Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is so very special. We are going to try finally the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I did purchase this palette at like a sale price. I got a sale at discount deal. So I did purchase this. So we are going to put this into action. While I was purchasing this, I did purchase their Hy Glam concealer too. In this, I picked out the shade NP10. The other new product is this Florasis powder, which I recently did review on my channel. But rest everything is like my staple favorites. This is the look that we are creating today. If you're ready, let's begin. Let's begin with today's look. I am going to start off with the e.l.f. Putty Primer, the Poreless Putty Primer. I actually was not planning on buying the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, and then I got an offer from them because they were changing their affiliate program or something. And then while doing that, I got it for like a 50% off deal, and I was like, for 50% off, I was like, yeah, I feel like now I can definitely try the Bloom palette, just because I feel like when I was trying to dupe the palette also, you know, I love a good like a muted pink look. I like that. But I felt like it's super monochromatic, and what I did not want is for that palette to lean a lot more warm tone, because I really don't like a lot of like peaches and oranges on me. I'm gonna take my Lancome Teint Idole foundation, and I also wanted to try their concealer because I did get like a sample version when I purchased something from Sephora, and I was like, I feel like we can definitely use that because I really like the consistency of the concealer a lot. Let me dot this all across my face and then we'll blend it. I have a few pimples that are popping up, but when I opened that palette, I like it more than what I thought I would. Okay, so I actually just paid like $50 for the concealer, the full-size concealer of Natasha Denona, as well as the Bloom palette, which you'll see in the video. And I was like, that is an amazing deal. It was like 50% off on the entire purchase, and these are the only two things that I really wanted to get from Natasha Denona. After making the purchase is when I thought like, I could have actually got their Hy Glam, the glow, you know, the glow highlighty primary situation that she uses. I felt like that was a unique product that I could have like got, but it didn't pop up on in my mind that time. But yeah, I was saying when I opened it, one, Equinox was a little broken, so I squished it back together. I didn't like lose a lot of eyeshadow. It was a little bit cracked, so I just like pressed it back right up, and it looks pretty okay. But I really like the look of the palette. We'll see how it appears on the eyes, on top of the eyes, because that's the whole motive of it. But so far I feel like I really like the half side of the palette, which is the pink side of the palette. It truly is like a peach and a pink palette. I think when I'm looking at it, that's what I'm getting. I am also gonna take, before we take the concealer, I am taking this Lancome concealer. Definitely it's like more deeper version. I'm gonna take this as like a liquid bronzer. I often take this as a liquid bronzer because it's like an all over face product, and this just bronzes up my face really well. In this, I am in the shade Suede Warm. I'm gonna just take my cream bronzer brush and just melt it all across my face. I really hope that I like that palette, seriously, because I love that Natasha Denona palettes are magnetic and it's customizable. That's one thing that I absolutely love about it, because I really like the mattes from Natasha Denona a lot. I feel like it definitely is very blendable, buildable. I really like the formula of Natasha Denona mattes. I also like her wet effect formula. I like her metallics for, I would say, like inner corners or anything, but I definitely love her sparkling foil for what do you say, for the eyelid shade. Let me just blend all of this together. There's a lot of cream products in today's video. Now, time for Natasha Denona concealer. I picked out the shade NP10. It seemed like this would match me pretty well, and I feel like it would. So let's apply it and see. It's definitely a little bit more on the peachier side. That pretty much defines that I might be able to use it even when I'm tan. So I'm very excited to try this out. Where is my foundation brush? Yeah, there you go. Because it gave me such a good glam look when I applied this concealer, even in the sample version. In the sample, I actually tried the shade N7, and that also works very, very nicely when I'm not tan. But when I'm tan, I felt like NP10 would be a better match for me. So taking that underneath the eyes. Yeah, I like the shade. It's such a smoothing effect of the concealer. I really, really like that. Now, let's do the blush. For the blush, I have non-stop used this blush. Like, fallen in love with it all over again. This is the M Cosmetic blushes. I have two shades in front of me, Venetian Rose and Lychee. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna mix both of them together. Venetian Rose is definitely more like rosy, and the shade Lychee is more peachy, which for today's look, both of them would be amazing, I feel like. So I'm just gonna take both of those shades. Directly on the face is absolutely fine, and I'm gonna just pat it on my cheek. So it'll give me more of like a peachy pink look. I also have the shade Demure from them, which I mainly use it when I'm not going for like a neutral look, I would say. Let me show it to you. So that's the shade Demure. Let me actually swatch all of them if you were eyeing any of these. Demure. We have Lychee, which is more peach. These were the two shades that I had like the first time when I purchased these two. And now I did purchase the shade Venetian Rose, which is a little bit more deeper than Demure, I would say, but in the same family. I love that Venetian shade from the M Cosmetics line. So that's Demure, Lychee, and then Venetian Rose. Very, very pretty. And you saw I kept it for such a long time on my cheek, but it still like blends so beautifully on the skin. It's a very, very, very beautiful formula from M Cosmetics. Now mind, I would be looking a little blush heavy, but we've not applied any powder. So don't you worry. Everything would mesh very, very well. Time for powder. I am going to take my Florasis powder, the SPF 51. I am loving this formula. I'm going to take it on their sponge and apply it underneath the eyes. I apply with their sponge underneath my eyes, and then I take a big fluffy brush for all over the face, because this product definitely gives such a beautiful blurring effect on the face. This is a new product from Florasis. I've done a dedicated video on Florasis talking about their powders. I have two shades in front of me. This one is in the shade Z25, but you can see how smooth that product is on the face. And then I take a big fluffy brush and just go over my entire face just to set everything together. And now you can see the blush all perfectly melted with each other. Now time for highlighter. I'm going to take my Makeup by Mario highlighter in the shade Golden, taking that on the high points of the cheek. This also gives like such a wet effect on the face. Really, really love this. It's more like a pale gold, I would say, like a peachy gold on my face. Very, very complimentary on medium tan skin tone. And I absolutely love the formula. Obviously, you know that I love the formula because there's a huge dent in the highlighter. Okay, time for the palette. Natasha Denona Bloom palette. Finally, I have it with me. And this is how the palette looks. And you can see, as soon as this palette was revealed, I fell in love with these two columns. Like, that was my safe spot. I absolutely loved it. And this three columns are definitely more on the peachier side, which I like. I really like it more than what I was hoping. The only shade that is like outside my comfort zone is this brick shade, which is that orangey shade, but that is one thing that gives like that pop in this palette. So let's apply it and see. We are going to mix and match for sure, but I definitely want to dip more into those pinks today and see where we go. We might dip into both the sides actually. So let's start. I am going to start off with this Ren shade. This shade, this pinky, muted pink shade. Hopefully these all show up on my skin tone, okay? Okay, that's promising. Because I definitely don't want it like light and not showing up on me. That's a beautiful shade. Definitely more like a peachy pink, I would say. More than what I was thinking. It definitely, at least on my skin tone, it comes up more like a peachy pink. In the pan, it looks like more pink. But I like that shade. I like that shade. Okay. I'm going to take that same shade on the other side. And this is refer number 15 that I'm using. I saw Refer is just going to have like their last concept store sale. Did you guys hear about that? I was like, what are you talking about? I stock up so many things. I definitely have to, they're closed for the store, I think. But I definitely need to pick up a lot more things before they go out. Once we have that Ren all across, I am going to take that Robin shade, this one. I wanted to see how different it is from Ren. So I'm going to just take that right here and see. Yeah, I feel like Robin is more peach than Ren. Ren is definitely more pinky than Robin, but very, very similar in depth. Very similar in depth. I wish if she had like more variety in the palettes. Like I won't miss if there is like just one and not the other shade here. I can see the undertone difference for sure, but not so much. I would have definitely taken one more deeper shade in this palette. I feel like that it's missing there. Okay, now for the lower lash line, I am gonna take, let's take this shade Floss. This is, I feel like my favorite shade in this palette, okay? I feel like this would be a shade that I would rock like as a all across eyelid shade. Like if I have to take one shade as a one and done shade, this is the shade that's gonna be. Definitely more pinky, mauvey. And then for the outer corner, let's start with Bark, which is that brown. And maybe I'll mix Clover with it, which is a little bit more muted burgundy. And Bark is definitely more brown. Okay, I'm gonna just pat it right on the outer corner. Also gonna take that same shade on the outer corner of the lower lash line. Okay, now just to change the tone of this shade a little bit, I am gonna take that other burgundy muted shade Clover, just a tad bit, and I'm gonna just take that, melting it right on top, but also melting the edges of that brown, just like that. A little bit of hint of burgundy in it. Also taking that Clover shade on my lower lash line. It's definitely giving me the vibes of the Corderosa palette for sure from Sigma. I'm going to start off with this Ember shade, this one, to melt it with that brown. It's definitely like a fiery red shade. We have to take that Equinox shade. It's broken for me. So I will be very careful. And I'm gonna take that on the majority of the inner part of the eyelid. Definitely pops. That like purpley blue shade definitely plops. I don't know how unique it is to my collection. I won't say it's like pretty unique. Maybe to Natasha Denona line for sure, but not that unique in my collection. Okay, gonna do that same shade on the other eye. Definitely not chunky, so I'll give it that because it's very, very finely milled and very wet looking on the eyes. And then I'm going to take this shade Crisp on the inner corners. Very, very pretty. That's a very pretty shade. Now I'm going to just take a loose blending brush with the shade Petal, this one, the lighter peach shade underneath my brow bone, and just melt everything together. Yeah, that just made it so beautiful. See, look at the difference between this and this. So blended and in the same color family. I love it. Let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara, and I'll come back to show you my final look. Okay, the eyes are all complete. Let's finish off with the lips. I am going to take the Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade BFF3. Okay, now for the lipstick, I'm thinking M Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Venetian Rose. We'll see how that rolls. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Oh, I love that. That's just so perfect with this palette. Let me finish it off with the setting spray. I'm taking my Morphe setting spray. And that is my final look. I really, really love the way how this turned out. It's so elegant. It is so beautiful. Do I regret not picking it out? I don't think I regret it, but I also feel like looking at this palette in person, I feel like I definitely would wear it even more because those tones are definitely me. I just didn't want to purchase it at a full price just because I felt like it's too monochromatic. But looking at the way it looks against my skin tone, I really, really like it. We'll see how much and how many more times I use it in an everyday life. Of course, this is more like a office palette for me. These are very, very comfortable tones for me to wear it in the office at least, and the packaging is lovely. It's so beautiful. The outer art cover is also very, very similar. Obviously this is more like sturdy. You get those holes in the back so that you can pop up the shadows. All in all, I feel like this palette is really beautiful. I still hope that Natasha Denona comes out with more like variety of shades in the palette rather than going more monochromatic. I feel like at a sale price, it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. I don't regret buying this at like a 50% off. Absolutely not. At 50% off, I was like, give it to me anytime, I would buy it. But I would say if you like this color story, you would not be disappointed. But I feel like you should wait for like a sale price to buy this palette. You would absolutely love it. If you love peaches and pinks, this is going to be your color story. I love the way how this look turned out. I really love it. If you want to see this palette, like more looks with this palette in action, do let me know. I can definitely film it for you guys. Like I can wear this straight 5 days to office and like record all the looks for you guys. If you want to see it, sound it down in the comment section below. But that's all for today. If you did like my video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But before forgetting, the concealer that we tried from Natasha Denona, I absolutely love. I feel like it is so smoothing on the under the eyes. I really love this purchase too. But that's all. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.